So
Does family,
Yes.
does family in general, yes, go ahead.
does the family create or increase suffering, or
Family is attachment to suffering already. It's bondage, right? But it's part of the order of the universe, part of our growth, right? You're in the mother's womb already. You're coming through that, through the organ of the male and the eggs. You're created by way of a family extension ad infinitum, boom, right? Right. And the father's born with its family extension. So we're talking about very long lines here. Attachment and clinging, see, bonding and identification with blood. See, it's all blood. Caring the blood. It's taking care of the blood. See, trying to preserve the blood, clinging to the blood to sustain the blood. See. So that's a beginning. That's not the truth. That's the way it is in terms of the biology of what we are and the physiology and everything, but that's not consciousness particularly of any value beyond that. See, you have to grow up and then start to become more objective in terms of opening your view so that you can work with that in such a way to free yourself from suffering. And once we reach the adolescent age, we want to get way beyond the family, mostly, right, and start to explore our minds and our bodies. And so that's part of the natural progression. And then to go beyond that. See? And then you become a career person, and you want to go beyond that. So the idea of the beyond that is built into us like attachment to bondages. See? One is for gravity, the other is for levity. See? One is to be stuck and suffering and die there, and the other one is to expand and visit the universe, see, spiritually and otherwise, intellectually maybe, creatively, musically, artistically, see, scientifically, so on.
and yet it's possible to get away from the family, change one's material condition, change one's life, and still be completely tied to those early experiences and never...
You can be, but that's your choice. Everyone is connected to their early life experience, but not everyone has to dramatize it the same way. And you have psychologies built upon these theories of, birth and childhood and attachment to the parents as being the source of all the problems. See, that you inherit all the neuroses from your family, which is true, but not necessarily directly from your parents. It could be your grandparents. It could be any generation where you inherit, by your virtue of your karma, the worst of the whole line. Where you have to become the bum, the hobo, right? The happy hobo. Right? The gleeful hobo. And so that's a stop. But it's not the real, and it's not the end of it. And so you see the happy hobo, and then you find monks who are happy monks, where they seem to have given up everything as well. And you don't even have to be a monk with religious implications. You can be a musician and a monk, right? An artist monk, where you don't want to deal with people. You're completely absorbed in and engaged in your process given to you, and your specialty or whatever your perception is. And you have to work with that. There's no escaping that in some cases. They're more than obsessed, they become that. So it's beyond obsession. This is what they are, and it's what they do. Like a machine. It's a program. It's to be an art program of let's say virtuosity and to perfection, let's say, a relative social idea of perfection.
Does achieving liberation require recognizing that one's in bondage?
Well, not really. It's not really about bondage. You realize what you realize because you know you can realize it. So it's not about bondage. Right? Yeah. You feel the need for space. That's what art is. And it's not because you're having problems with your family that you become an artist necessarily. It could be. That could be part of the theater of it, the drama that's, let's say, added to it, right? You can add that to it. But no, if you have the music in you, the music's gonna come out. And if it's really in you, there's nothing anybody can do to stop it. See? It will have its way. It's like a fire that eats you up. No doubt. Those are my confessions. Yeah, it will eat you up. It will take over. But that doesn't mean it's bad. But it must produce, and that's what's good about it. So in the case of artists, they produce works that some people can value. And be sustained by it. See? And give people inspiration at the same time, which is more important. See, that you become a beacon light you never really intended to be. See? But because of your productiveness, productivity, and say, creative output, and reach out in some cases, well, others are served by it, and you feel okay with that. It's no big deal. You just want to have the opportunity to keep going at it. You're not a real artist, not interested in product, interested in process. See, I don't care about the records. Just give me some more playing time, and let me enjoy the evolution of the playing. See, which is not mental, it's not self, it's infinite. See? So from there, it's good.